Writing your business plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail is one of the most common business adages out there. In this video, we will figure out how to sit down and get your business plan done so that you can get started on your business. We will cover the following: a business overview of what the business idea is all about and who it is for, the market research and competitive analysis that supports the idea and sales forecast, the management team that will make the idea a reality, the marketing and operational plans, the action plan for the next few months and years, the financial projections that justify moving forward. Finally, the last thing to write is the executive summary. But before we do any of this, we first have to decide who the plan is for. With any written document or presentation, you always need to start with who your audience is, because depending on who your audience is, you are going to have a very different plan. For instance, if you're writing a business plan for yourself, you are more interested in the action piece and organizing your thoughts. If you're writing the business plan for an investor, they are going to be more interested in making sure they make money or getting paid back. So you would need to focus on the financials. Start by considering who you are writing your business plan for first. It could be for more than one person. It could be for a community futures development corporation. It could be for a bank or credit union, a venture capitalist or angel investor, a partner, new or existing, a customer or supplier, employees or advisors, and most importantly, yourself. Whoever you're writing it for, this video will make sure that you don't miss any important piece of information. Let's get started. The business overview. How do all of the moving parts fit together? The opportunity. This is where you really hook your audience into listening about your idea. It has to be very obvious that there is a need for your business idea. There are one of two ways to show this. First, highlight the positive benefit that you directly are creating for the customer. Or secondarily, focus on the challenge or pain that you directly help your customer avoid or overcome. People buy to have a positive impact or avoid a negative one. So make it obvious how you are doing this here. Now that you have shown that there's a genuine need out there, how are you going to fix it? Here is where you explain your solution and your big idea. How does it work on a very high level? Remember, this is about persuading the audience or reader that your idea to fix the problem is the best. Things to talk about here are: what will fix the pain that was identified? What is your business's mission? Why are you in business? What is the purpose that your business is trying to achieve each day? Target market. You have shown there's an opportunity out there and you have the great idea to fill that opportunity. Now you have to figure out your target market. Who is your customer? Who are you selling to? Describe your perfect customer here. Is your target market big enough? Will they pay an appropriate price? Do you have more than one? If so, which is the best to go after and why? Do you have to adjust your product or service to better meet the specific target market? How? Your idea could be part of why you are going to be a great business, but that isn't sustainable alone. You need some advantages that are going to help you stay unique. It could be that you are the quickest to market. You have innovative product development. You are the most creative. You have a great brand. Or you focus on continuous improvement. It could be you're extremely cost effective. You have on-time service. You're simply the closest location. You have the fastest service. Your product is easier to use. Your products are higher quality. Your staff is more experienced. Your employees are customer-centric with great after-sales service. Choose 1, 2, or 3 of these, but never more, as it becomes difficult to keep everything better than the competition and you could lose focus. How will you keep this competitive advantage? Having an advantage is one thing, but you need to keep reinventing yourself and improving to stay ahead of the competition. Do you actively listen to your customers? Do you focus on research and development? Do your employees feel comfortable about making suggestions? Do you spend time on strategic planning? There are lots of ways to get ideas and stay ahead, but you need to actively plan to do this. Visions are important for your business plan's audience. You need a direction and motivation. Where do you see your company in 3 to 5 years' time? What is your ultimate goal? Do you have an exit strategy? What is it? Where is your business headed? Market research. What is happening outside of your business that will help support your business idea? List the top 5 to 10 trends that will directly affect your business. What is happening in the industry? Is it growing, shrinking, changing in new and unexpected ways? What is changing with your customer base? Is it growing, shrinking, demanding new things? Are there any government, technology, or economic changes that will impact your product or service? Don't underestimate the impact that technology will continue to have. Next, list the top 5 competitors that you have. What are they doing? How does this impact you? Do you need to adapt? Everyone has competition, even if they are a substitute, indirect competitor, or even fighting for a share of the customer's wallet. They do exist. Don't avoid your competitors. Face them head on and plan for them strategically. Sales projections. What are your sales projections? Why are these reasonable? And how are you going to make sure that you make these targets? Where do you start here? How many sales will you make per year? This works well for professional services or sales that are over $1,000. But if you're a restaurant or retail store that is direct to consumers, you'll want to estimate your sales by week and multiply by 52 to get your annual sales projections. If you have a lot of seasonality, you might want to just write this out by month and add it all up. Most small businesses overestimate their sales projections. A good rule of thumb in your first year of business is to take what you hope for and estimate 25% to 50% of that amount as a realistic sales projection. Management team. Your business idea could be fantastic, but you also have to prove why you are the best person to make it fly. This is your chance. Founders or owners, what skills and experience do you bring? Why are you the best person to get this off the ground? Part of this is your resume, but who you know is just as important as what you know. Board of advisors, do you have one? Who is committed and willing to support your business launch? Professional contacts, who is your lawyer, accountant, coach, or other support? Industry contacts, who do you already know within the industry? Do you already have prospective customers, suppliers, distribution, or other critical contacts or information? Remember, it isn't just who you know, it is who your board, partner, professional contacts know as well. Marketing and sales. How will you get the word out? What is your pricing strategy? How much is your customer willing to pay? Where can your products or services be purchased? How available are you, and how much geographical area do you cover? How are you going to get in front of your customers? You could hire a salesperson, send direct emails, hand out flyers, attend trade shows or networking events, or have a website. There are hundreds of options out there. How much are you going to spend to do this? This will have a huge impact on what marketing tools you are able to use. What is the plan of attack to do this? How will you do this? You need to spell out what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. It should make sense. You don't want to launch Facebook just for the sake of saying you have Facebook. Choose your marketing tools carefully. Make sure that you have a feasible marketing plan that matches your sales projections. That means that you need to have a lot more marketing tools and time invested in marketing if your sales projections are doubled. Operational plan. How will this work? How it works. This is where you can speak about process, how you deliver, and any intellectual property you might have. How will it be tracked? You need to track to make sure that things are getting done. You also need to speak about your staffing and who you plan to hire. When will you hire them? How much will they earn? What will they be responsible for? The more details, the better before you hire. Action planning. What are the next steps? The business plan is great, but you need to start focusing on the action and moving forward. What are your business goals? Today should highlight what you have already accomplished so far. This shows that you are capable of execution. Short term is what you expect to accomplish in the next few months. This could be motivating for you and your team. Long term should tie into the vision and outline some of the steps that you hope to take to get there. All of this shows your momentum and that you are moving forward. This is a very important piece of your business plan. Financial projections. Do the numbers add up? Is it financially viable and long-term sustainable? If the numbers don't make sense, then you probably shouldn't move forward. Remember, it is a business, not a hobby, so you need to be making money. The financials should have your pricing, your break-even, and your projected income statement and cash flow statements as the basics. Pricing is easy. What are you going to charge for your product or service? Break-even is the amount of sales you need to make in order to pay off the cost of being in business. An easy calculation for this is your startup cost divided by your profit per sale. For example, if it costs your marketing agency $15,000 to start up and you make $1,500 per customer, you need 10 customers to break even. Your projected income statement is how much profit you expect to make. This should show your revenues minus your expenses each quarter or month. Your projected cash flow statement is how much money you expect to have in your bank each month. That is basically your starting balance minus any large purchases or losses, and then adding any investments or net profit each time window that you are using, either quarterly or monthly. Depending on your audience, you will need more or less financial data, but this is the basic information that you should have. The last thing to write is the executive summary, which entices the audience to read the rest of the plan. Although written last, this will be the first thing your audience sees. You have to convince the reader to keep reading. It should have one line about each topic that we have covered in this video and should be a maximum of 3 pages. If you spend any extra time anywhere, it should be on the opportunity and the solution at the very beginning. You need to prove without a doubt that there is a genuine need for what you are proposing. Writing your business plan. We covered a business overview of what the business idea is all about and who it is for, the market research and competitive analysis that supports the idea and the sales forecast, the management team that will make the idea a reality, the marketing and operational plans, the action plan for the next few months and years, the financial projections that justify moving forward, and finally, the last thing to write was the executive summary. If you remember anything, it should be this: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.